right, Gemini, and welcome to your mid-October romance reading from Creativity and Soul Tarot. This is your mid-October general romance reading. If you would like a personal reading, you can contact me at creativityandsoul@gmail.com or on the Instantgo app, and I can be found at Creativity and Soul. All right. Let's jump in and get started here. All right, Geminis, here's what's happening. The first placement here is you, what's going on with you, which is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is stalemates, blockages, things being suspended or holding back. So are you holding back from romance right now? Are you not really feeling like you want to move forward, either with a particular person or with romance in general? Question mark. I'm not sure there. Makes me wonder. The energy that's surrounding you right now is the Four of Swords, which is all about rest and recovery after strain. So maybe the withholding is happening because you're resting up after some strain, which would make sense because down here in the past issues that are feeding into this is the Tower, which means that something came crumbling down. It needed to because it wasn't built on a good foundation, but it came crumbling down. So perhaps the crumbling down of the Tower from whatever the past issues were are the things that have you holding back a little bit and resting and recuperating after the strain of all of this. You're being crossed by the energy of the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is sowing the harvest, reaping, sowing in the harvest. So you need to go out to the fields and actually pick the fruit off of the trees. So with what's happening here, it is going to require some work on your part. And if you had a Tower moment and you're feeling tired and worn out after you rest up, there's probably some work that will need to happen for you to move to the other side of whatever this was. In the immediate past is the King of Swords. So did the King of Swords have something to do with what was going on back here? The personality traits of the King of Swords are he's the strong, silent type. So he is someone who doesn't always speak a lot. When he does, he's clear in his thoughts. He knows what he's going to say. He has something worthwhile to say. And sometimes he can deliver it harsh and without tact. But matter of fact, can be a matter of fact person, oftentimes someone that's in uniform or has more of that type of a job, you know, military, police officer, somebody like that. So whoever the King of Swords was, it looks like that person with those type of personality traits is someone that fed into this particular situation. And swords are Gemini, another Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So maybe this is you. Maybe some actions that you took have led into some things that are going on here. But I suspect it was possibly somebody else that was affecting the situation. What's crowning right now, the crowning thoughts or the things overarching right now is the Five of Pentacles, which can be financial hardships, also being left out in the cold. So is there something that happened in this Tower moment that had you feeling left out in the cold, either interpersonally with someone or financially or both, maybe all of it? If this was a divorce, maybe you're out of the house and temporarily out of cash too, which can happen in those situations, or if there was some kind of a breakup. In any event, leading into the immediate future is the Magician. And the Magician is all about mastery, having everything that we need inside of us, not having to look outside of ourselves for things, that we have what we need inside of ourselves to accomplish what we want to accomplish and to succeed. So whatever this moment is, you're coming out of it into the Magician, which is all about mastery. And your environment or how things are being presented out to the world from you is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is a very loving, kind, thoughtful, caring, especially caring guy who also cannot tolerate conflict, and so at the first sign of trouble, the King of Cups will evaporate. So I don't know if there's a King of Cups involved in this situation, or maybe that's how you deal with things when it gets rough. You just tap out. I'm out. Don't like it. Don't want it. I'm out of here. In any event, no judgment on it. It's just reading what the cards are saying. So if that's, and maybe it's just a circumstance where the other person wants to fight and you just don't want to fight. I can certainly relate to that. Not everything's worth having a fight about. So maybe there's some situations going on here that you just don't want to fight about. And so you'd rather just, exit stage left for a while and let the dust settle a little bit. The way other people see the situation or see you in the situation, or the other person that you're dealing with, how they see the situation is as the devil. And the devil has to do with kind of, overindulge. It has to do with passions, but also having to do oftentimes with overdoing. So overeating, overspending, overdrinking, whatever it is, potentially even addictions. So I say that gently. I'm not making any diagnoses and just saying that a lot of times the card can suggest those kinds of things. So doesn't mean that this applies to every situation. Again, it's a general reading, but it's just kind of the energies that surround the card. So, for how other people outside of it view, and that again, it's their view, so it may not be based in what's the actuals of it. It's just their perception of it. And the hopes and fears category is the Star, and the Star is all about hope and healing, and how I refer to this is it's like the North Star, it lights the way home. And so this is hope and healing and lighting the way home. And so I'm having it be placed in the hopes and fears. My read on this is that hoping for healing and for smoother waters and for things to lighten up, and fearful that it isn't going to come to pass. And the ultimate outcome of this reading is all about temperance. So balanced emotions. So with whatever here in this romantic or lack of currently romantic situation that's happening here right now, having balanced emotions about things and being, what is the word that I'm searching for here? Easy does it. So I just want to say, kind of take it easy does it here with the Temperance card, as you're navigating through this situation, because obviously, some bumps in the road happen here. For whoever this reading is meant for, there were definitely some bumps in the road, or you are in the middle of bumps in the road right now. And we all have them. We all go through them. It's nothing unusual about that. So, that's part of life. If we're still living, that we're still having them. So yeah, balance, healing, compromise, moderation. So be patient with yourself, be patient with the other people in the situation. So, if my instinct was right about this, where perhaps this is you and you just don't want to fight over a bunch of things, then yeah, having patience with yourself and the other person in the situation, because there's a lot of swords here, which is also, which is thoughts, what's going on in our thoughts, but also this is really actually needing to rest and recover from the things that happened. So I want to say to you, be gentle with yourself for a little while here. Gemini, just go easy on yourself. But the Temperance card is, paired up with the Star and paired up with the Magician. So at the end of the day, the Magician says you have everything you need inside of you. And with the Temperance card, with these two together, what I'm going to say is that the Magician is suggesting that you have the patience, you have the ability to moderate and compromise and do what needs to be done in the situation that you're dealing with whoever the person is that you're dealing with. You have the skills needed, and you know, the star is a reinforcement of, you know, hope and health and healing. So the three of these together, you know, is a very good omen for the energy that you're moving into. So I call him my husband now because we're not married anymore, but we share children together. So ex seems so harsh. And so my husband used to have this saying that when you're at the end of your rope, you just need to tie a knot and hold on. And so for whatever reason, Gemini, that's coming to mind for me, for you right now. So if you're feeling at the end of your rope with all of this stuff that's going on here, just tie a knot and hold on, because, you know, you're moving into a different phase. You're going to get moved into a different phase. It just doesn't appear that you're there today. So my heart goes out to you, Gemini. I'm going to hold space for you. I'm going to send you, all you Geminis, some love and light out there. I feel like I need to do another reading for you in about a week and see where you guys are at. Anyways, all of you Geminis, you take care of yourselves. And thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share, and have a great day.